Welcome back to Morning Live. I'm Lenny Rashid, and our sign language interpreter this hour is Teresia Washira. Now we're talking matters leadership, and with me in the studio is Lillian Muli from AYWF. Karibu sana.
AYLF. Yes.
AYLF?
Yes.
Perfect, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we've got David Omondi from USLA. An awardee, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And we've got Claire Ongati.
Yeah.
So Claire Ongati, where are you from?
Okay, I'm from Mount Kenya University.
Yes.
But hometown, I'm from Homa Bay County.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, what I meant with organization.
Okay.
But it's good to know where you're from. Yeah. So you are a USLA awardee.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. What exactly is USLA all about?
Okay, University Student Leaders. It's all about appreciating the young leaders in Kenya through collaborating them together and bringing them together to train and equip them with the necessary values that they need as leaders to grow their leadership skills. And it's all about changing the narrative of student leaders in Kenya. I know you know the narrative that has been there. When you talk about student leaders, it's all about chaos. But with University Student Leaders Awards, then we are rewriting the script, trying to show that young leaders can do something that is meaningful. It's not all about fight. And the only way that they can do this is they are well equipped, well trained, and well exposed and networked with other leaders who can help them in their journey of leadership.
Okay.
So USLA generally brings in the whole idea of transforming leadership culture in Kenya and hoping for better generation of leaders in Kenya and in Africa, because we are in different countries in Africa. We have Burundi, Uganda, Sudan, we have Rwanda, and we have Uganda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So David,
Yes.
you're an alumni from Egerton University. Egerton in the house. So
not really an alumni. I'm yet to
you
be.
get to. There we go.
Yeah.
So how exactly or what is your journey towards becoming an USLA awardee?
USLA is all about recognizing leaders who make a difference. So when I started my leadership career and enrolling into the USLA awards program, they identified what do I do that might be different from what other student leaders do. Apart from the normal kelele that we do as student leaders of we want this as comrades, we want this as students, but what do I do to impact the lives of students? With me was a project about drug and alcohol and drug abuse that I was carrying out. So that is what made me different from what other student leaders do. And it led to the award.
Okay.
Yes.
So David, what exactly are you? What's your position?
I was serving as the Secretary General.
Okay.
Yeah, for 2 academic years,
Okay.
2017-2018 and 2018-2019.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did the USLA program actually help you in leadership?
With USLA, as she just said, they mentor us, they do trainings. We had a boot camp, and during that we are being trained on leadership. One major training that I still think was much more helpful was to us with the 7 habits of highly effective people. Then how do I need to interact with my employees, the students? How do I need to interact with the management? How do I need to communicate effectively? And I could learn that it's always a win-win thought for me and the management.
Yeah.
In my position as a student.
Yeah.
Then I could think that I should start with something first, then I proceed to something next. But then the appointment leadership also was something important to us, that I should also have some ethics of leadership. What should be of me, what should be known of me. And building trust The trust stage training was the first.
Yes.
And I can say that building trust was the most important also.
Yeah,
That-
yes, just David, just to cut you short there, I can see Claire is just, you know, aching to jump in there, nodding her head. She's like the hype man in the background. So now, Claire, you're from Mount Kenya University. Tell us about your journey towards being an USLA awardee.
Okay, my journey started when I contested for an office. That is back in 2018, and I became the first female academic affairs minister, MKU, that is main campus Thika. And during the process, like it all starts by nomination. You get nominated into the program, and then you submit your papers and a project that you are doing. And actually, my project, basically, I work with young women in the society, not only in MKU alone, but also in the community. So we started the nomination, and then we did the trust age, as he has said. The trust age is all about 8 C's. So it's helped us to know, as a leader, how do you want to move forward? Progress, do you have a clear vision? Do you have a mission? Do you have values that guides you as a leader? And then we did the appointment, which you can see I'm having a pen with me. That is for appointment leadership, which is all about the ethics of a leader, integrity, discipline, hard work, such, all of them brought together. So to me, as an individual, USLA has been a journey, and not only a journey, but a transformative journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming back to you, Lillian,
Yeah.
why invest in young leaders, especially in Kenya?
Okay, let me say something before I jump into that. The USLA journey, it's, as I said before, we try to capture those leaders who are trying to do something that is transformative in the institutions. So how it operates is first you get nominated, or you nominate yourself from the institution that you are in. And then after that, we get to go through the projects and the applications. And then we eliminate and get the number and the people we feel like they are worth the journey. And then after that, we call them for a boot camp, and that's where they get all the trainings that you've heard of: the appointment leadership, 7 effective habits, habits, and the trust age. Now, before they come to the boot camp, there's a training that they do online, the trust age. So after that, when they come to the boot camp, they present their projects, and we have a panel in the boot camp where they judge which project is going to proceed according to the outcome and the effect that it has to the institution and outside. And then from there, they go again, we go on ground and we try to verify these projects, because you understand some can cook the project. So we verify the projects, and after we are sure that the project
how do you verify? What are the verifying mechanisms? How do you do that?
Okay, we go to the institution, we ask people around, we see the results, we interact with students to tell us the results and the impact they've had from this certain project. We talk to the administration, whether they are aware about the project and how helpful the project is to the institution. So with all that information, then you're able to tell if this is a project that is able to proceed. So from there, we get a panel that now can give us the top 5 exemplary student leaders in Kenya. And those are the people that we award.
All right.
Coming back to your question.
Now we shall handle that question when we come back after the break. YAWAYLF.
Yes, Africa Youth Leadership
exactly
Forum.
is investing in young people in Africa, and more so in Kenya.
Yes.
We'll be right back with more. Keep it switched. Welcome back to Morning Live. In studio is AYLF and USLA awardees. Now, before we went for the break, Lillian, I asked you the question, why invest in the youth in African University, as more so in Kenya?
So, student leaders in Kenya, right now we understand that they are the people who are going to take places in the government in the next years to come. And it is very important for us as corporate and as leadership organizations in Kenya to invest in the university student leaders. And that's what ALF is doing. Africa Youth Leadership Forum is one of the best organizations that is working with young leaders. Why am I saying this? Because everywhere you go in the universities, they talk about ALF. And they equip these young leaders with trainings, they equip them with values, they equip them with knowledge, and above all, they equip them with understanding and network.
Okay.
Is it important for people to invest in young leaders? Yes, it is. Leaders, we need them in corporate. We just saw our giant, Bob Collymore. He was a leader. May he rest in peace. He was a leader. And if someone did not invest in him in his young age to make sure that he has the values and the character and the personality to fit in the corporate leadership, then he wouldn't be he wouldn't be that giant that we're celebrating at the moment.
All right.
Yeah.
How many years has the award been in existence?
3 years. This is the third cohort. We had the first cohort. The second one, the first was in 2017, the second one in 2018, and this is the third one in 2019.
2019.
Yes.
All right. Now, Lillian, I want to ask the awardees a question each. Yeah. So, David, what are the challenges that you faced in your journey as an USLA awardee?
Definitely, we have to encounter challenges, and the awards are majorly it ran throughout an academic year, but I was also in session, and I was having my 4.2 session ongoing, and that's a period for our projects. So I was handling a project that also requires that I travel, go collect data. I was handling a project that was in Gishu, effects of cooperatives on dairy farmers. And you see, at times I also need to concentrate on the USLA award. I need to attend the interviews. I need to sit down in school, prepare my project, go see my supervisor. So it was quite challenging, but I had to balance my duties. And that was the main challenge. To me, then the anxiety of what next. You see all the stages.
Exactly.
You had to wait for a response. You had to wait for an email. So you could be browsing but trying to look at the top bar of your phone. Is there an email dropping to congratulate you that you're moving to the next stage? It was also
Yes. So now, Claire, tell us about your challenges in this journey.
Okay, my challenge is in this journey up to this far. I can say one was during the online training.
Okay.
You see, like for the online training, it was a 1-month period, and you were to create time for you to do the training, because only the people who completed the 1 month, the all training, were to proceed to the next level. And you imagine you have to watch the videos, you have to answer the questions, you have to fill a workbook that is almost around 90 pages, and you also have other things to do. So creating time and putting things together wasn't that easy, but finally we made it. And then number 2, the challenge again that came was after the awards. You see, it was a journey. We had people from different universities. Actually, we could 8 of us made it to the final stages. And now only, in our case, only 4 were awarded this time round.
And that is public and private, or just
public and
public
private.
and private.
Okay.
Both.
So you see, like there are people who felt like they were better qualified for that award. Why you? So they were bringing issues, but you can't compete with God.
I think the USLA journey from top, it's all about getting the right people on the stage, because we couldn't afford to have someone who is not focused and determined to be a leader and a value-based leader, because that is one of our most valued things that we want to instill in young leaders. Be able to stand up as a value-based young leader and being able to see people for who they are beyond anything else, like where you come from, what you have, and what you own. It's a matter of service and change, integrity. So for us, we had to make it so intense to get those people who really wanted to be there. And that's the unique thing about USLA. And I could tell any student leader who is missing this program, they're missing big time, because you get to get those, you see those screams, you never get them anywhere. That's what they're missing. They should know, they should come on board.
Lillian, you're a great marketer. Just touting your horn and whatnot. So my question to you, Lillian, is why is it important, and you've touched on this a little bit, for student leaders to be part of the USLA Awards? Why is it so important?
USLA Awards, it gives you the opportunity to grow as a leader. It gives you access to information, access to trainings you cannot get anywhere locally, because most of the trainings that we do, they are international and local. So both combined, they give you the excellent information that you need. And then again, it helps your network, and it brings you out here to tell the world, yes, we have a leader that we can trust. Yes, we have a leader that we can hope to bring change in the society. Because at the end of the day, University Student Leaders Awards, we don't just give awards for the sake of. If the people noticed, this year we gave 4 Student Leaders Awards. Not because we didn't have the numbers. We did have numbers, but we gave 4 because we felt like these are the people who have done what we needed them to do, who have done what is right for their people. So we are trying to grow people who will be presentable as leaders to bring change. So as a young leader who is looking for a motivation and a mentor and information and network, then you need USLA.
All right, perfect.
Learn something, just to add on what Lillian is saying.
Yes, Claire.
Okay, AYLF is not only about the award alone. They also have the self-leadership development program that normally happen. Like it has happened some month ago, where they bring all the student leaders from East Africa to a boot camp in Kenya and train them. Even as they proceed in their leadership journey. So they start with you the moment you get into office. They don't wait until when you are nearing your end of leadership is when they bring you on board.
Perfect.
Yes, so this.
So now, last words, David Omondi. Now that you are post-awardee, what do you purpose to do, and how do you want to contribute to nation building?
I still want to be a servant leader. That is still my dream. And I don't want to let my career also go. I'm an agricultural economist, so I still want to be a policy maker. I want to help build my nation in terms of policies. What do we want right? The compensation to the traders. What do we need to do to our farmers? What do we need to the local, to the citizens who are there? And what do we still need to do in our universities to impact lives? I will still want to continue with my project as far as I could. I don't want to stop here. I want to make sure that Kenya is a drug-free zone. Let me help in fighting. Let me join NACADA and other parties. And I also still want to be part of AYLF. I'm part of them, but I still want to urge my fellow student leaders, students, other professionals to come up, team up together. Let us join up and make AYLF meet its objectives. That is achievable. Actually, our objectives are so simple. Friendship.
It's a family of friends.
A family of friends.
That is something that every leader needs in their life.
Comrade power.
No, wait. No. You know, when you say it that way, now.
Comrades power is friendly. It's friendly.
It's just a greeting, a form of greeting.
When you say it like comrades power, now it comes out like something else.
You can say it in a very nice aura.
We would say comrades, and then we say a family of friends.
Or comrades.
A family of friends.
Or not comrades.
Don't put the power, because the power is the problem now.
And then you nurture a new breed of leaders.
Yes.
Clear, Ngati.
Yes.
Post the award, what are your plans towards nation building and also as a career person?
Okay, my plans as a career person first, I want to say, like right now, I'm a beneficiary of KCB Foundation to Jajiri program that is doing hydroponic science, that is farming without the use of soil. And one thing that I know that this country needs, one of the big 4 agendas is food security. If we can get more young people to go the path of agriculture, if we can get more young people who can wake up one day and say that I don't want to be employed. I just want to employ myself as long as the finances are there to help me do something. And this is not only something that we can only do in the city, but even back in our counties. Now we are happy that we are having the counties with us. So first of all, I want to go and do food, secure the food back in our county. And two, because I'm so passionate about young people. I'm so passionate about women, mentorship. This is something that I want to carry forward with me. They say that if you go up alone, it's so lonely up there. You'll find yourself lonely up there. It's good to work with people. So I want to go along with people. I want to move with young ladies. I want to move along with young men. Despite the gender, it's, you know, nowadays they say that feminists, we are only going about, no, it's not about that.
All right. Perfect. Lillian, parting shots.
My parting shot, first and foremost, let me pass my heartfelt sympathies from the Africa Youth Leadership Forum family to the family of Bob Collymore. We extend our prayers. May God grant them strength and love in these difficult times. He was a leader, and that makes him part of us. For me, what I would say is that Africa Youth Leadership Forum is one of the organizations that is really doing what must be done in Kenya and in Africa at large. And we have programs that must be run and should be run for the growth of young leaders, because after everything else, it's all about progress, it's all about social change and humanity. So for any investor out there who is able to support us and sponsor us in our programs, for those students who are willing to come on board and experience this amazing journey of leadership, we welcome them on board, and we're saying that change can be done in Kenya. And moving forward, we are not going to tire at all. We are going to dig in until we get there. So there is hope with Africa Youth Leadership Forum.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lillian Muli from AYLF, an official, and we have an agroeconomist, David Amondi, and an agro-scientist, Larry Ngati, awardees of the USLA Award. Thank you so much for keeping it Morning Live. Up next is an earlier recorded segment with Nick Mudimba. Keep it switched.